Well, every time you listen to Charlamagne, he always likes to deflect. But notice he never talks about uncommon sense anymore. Now, Uncommon Sense is a show that started about 2 years ago on MTV2. It was Charlamagne the God show. And at this point, Charlamagne was probably at the highest point of his career. Had a lot of controversial things going on around him and keeping his name out there. And he had a lot of people, drawing interest in him for his controversial antics and him being basically, he used to be just like everybody else. He was very much the raunchy, the edgy guy that he was. He's not like he used to be because he can't do that really too much anymore. But since the Breakfast Club was picked up by Revolt, thanks to the Ray J situation and the how Hot 97 battle with them and all that stuff, so they ended up being picked up by Revolt and Diddy, which helped him out tremendously. Uncommon Sense was basically his puppy. He's gonna produce it. Um, Eli, all the people who were involved in making the show happen. Eli controls like all the media stuff, so I think him, Christie, if I'm not mistaken. People get fired every day, so I don't know if they're still there. But I'm quite sure Eli was very much hands on in approving the show, which seemed like it would work due to the popularity of Charlamagne. You would have thought, this show's going to do great. He got his skin all orange. He didn't, went to the gym, then sucked all the Twinkies and all the candy bars out his butt, got the Botox in the cheeks. He's ready for television. So, roll sound. So now that that's done and they're ready to roll sound on him, all of a sudden you started to see a titanical shift. And it was like, well, what are you talking about? Like, what do you even mean by that? And I'm like, what I mean by that, when I'm saying a titanic shift, is the first season, it looked like the show was going pretty good, but he really it wasn't connecting really with the public. And they're like, this kind of isn't working. Well, let's try to see if it catches on, or maybe we're doing something wrong. But at this time slot, it should be doing a lot better. It started out pretty good. I was getting a lot of push. Why isn't Charlemagne fans coming to support the show? Like what? It's it's not gravitating to the general public as to what's really going on. So, things started to change as other things slowed down. People were just like, like, this doesn't make any sense. Because it really wasn't making any sense. Why weren't people coming out, turning out for Charlemagne? So, after the second season, they weren't even going to do a third, and it came down to the point where they said, okay, we need to revamp this because it's not working. And what they found out is what many people need to know. It takes more people to tank. Charlemagne the God, or whatever he calls himself, is reflecting on the fact that, and he's banking on the fact that, you know, his fame would carry on, that he was bigger than what he is. So, in reality, it took Envy, Angela Yee, and him to make that show work. where he feels a lot of it is just him. And that got checked into reality. So the network decided, you know what we need to do? Let's make this show live. We're going to try to make this like the Breakfast Club. So that way you'll be more comfortable in your surrounding. You're more comfortable in your setting. So they put it on live. And once it was done, once it was done, Charlamagne decided that it would be in his best interest to try this out live. So what they did was have, viewers call in. Um, but they tried to, trying to compete with the younger generation. When you say MTV2, you're thinking Wild 'N Out. And by them doing, they went so political and all these topics. And the show wasn't that bad. It was the only bad thing on it was him. He wasn't that great at this role. He tried, and I applaud him for that. I thought the third, by them doing it live, was actually working. I thought it was actually a lot better live. That way they had people call in or Skype, and Charlamagne, they keep having, it just got too political. Not enough hip hop and artist stuff on it. It was the whole show just went like real conversation news. It's like nobody cares about the Obama writing. You're talking about MTV2. They don't want to hear who wrote Obama's aid. Who, you was his chief editor at one point. Yes, I was. Nobody wants to see Keith Olbermann even on Sports Center on NBC. So why would they want to see him in that setting? So they don't want to see him do his job. So why would they even want to see him on your show? It was things like that that they just was pulling the plug. So that's what happened to the show. For those who wanted to know. I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a very blessed day and happy New Year.